The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller. The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller.
The late adopter, as usual. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new Bitcoin daily video every single day, 9:30 Central European time, as on the dollar, give or take 1 hour, give or take. Somebody said in chat, hey man, why don't you just move the live stream 1 hour ahead? Because it's 9:30, it's not 10:30, it's 9:30. It's not 10:20, it's 9:30. Sometimes we are a little bit late. I mean, it happens, you know, stuff happens, life is life, you know. And but beside that, 9:30 Central European time should be 9:30 Central European time every single day. As soon as I can fix my, you know, wake up, you know, alarm clock and stuff like that. Should be 9:30 Central European time every single day. How's everybody doing? We just had a weekly close, very bad weekly close. The way I see it, it's a bad weekly close. I mean, you cannot sugarcoat it either way around. Dollar broke to the upside. Somebody's saying we're gonna check the dollar as well. Yourself, what happened, brother? Nothing happened. I was doing some JavaScript programming last night. You know, got very excited about making a snake game, and you know, the time flew. I went to bed late, and then I could not wake up today, so I wake up late, you know, and stuff like that. Yep, broke inverse and shows. We're gonna see that. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Doing good? Okay, I'm ready to hear what I think about Bitcoin right now. What are we gonna do? We're gonna start with the weekly time frame. We're gonna start weekly time frame on the Coinbase. Over here. You copied GS from GitHub, don't lie. JavaScript, yeah, JavaScript. I don't know, suddenly I felt the need to start, you know, making games in JavaScript. I don't know why. It's fun. And you can see here that right now we broke down the 50 moving average. 50 moving average on the weekly time frame. There is, guys, it's gonna be very hard to say that this isn't bear market when you break down the 50, close down below the 50 moving average on the weekly. This week, right now, we are below the 50 moving average. You know, it is bear market. It is miniature bear market. It's mini bear market. It's medium bear market. Call what you want to call it. It's a bear market. There is nowhere to sugarcoat this one. Okay. Not only that, we closed below the support as well, guys. We closed below the support as well, and now the support will be acting as a resistance. We have resistance at the support right now. We broke it really hard to the downside. Now the 50 moving average and the resistance is actually on the dollar hitting each other. You can see this very nice resistance line, and the 50 moving average is exactly on the dollar right now hitting each other. This is gonna be immense resistance on the way up, So whether we're gonna actually manage to do that or not, it depends. Another resistance is right now here at the 10 moving average around 34,750, 758 or something like that. It's actually down here right below it. Let's move this one down here, because this one right now down here, but it should be down here. There we go. Around 34,709. So what can happen is there are several scenarios. First, we can go up. We can go up to the first resistance and get rejected by that. Another option is going all the way up to the 10 moving average and then getting rejected by that. right? So we can either go to the first resistance and get rejected, or to the second resistance and get rejected by that. But between these two levels, there is actually not there is not a lot of you know, weekly resistance. There is not enough a weekly resistance, so it is you know, the price can technically do something like this. We're also gonna see some kind of channels, you know, how we are doing on the channels and these lines. But right now, these are important levels to notice for the next week. For the next week, for this week, these are the very, very important levels to notice right now. That's 32,280 something like that, and 34,007 give or take. These two levels of resistance are really, really important. So you know, we can just get rejected by this over here and just, you know, start dumping down. We might actually go up with the wick and then continue going down. That depends, but you know, it's a very important level of resistance right now. Very, very important level of resistance, and up here, very important level of resistance as well up here. So we're gonna see how this is gonna play out. If we go to our chart with a lot of lines, you know, the line chart, the channel lines, we're gonna remove some of these levels. First of all, the green one, that's what's 50 moving average that we closed below. You can see here, this was the 50 moving average prior to and we closed below 50 moving average. You can see here, went down, could not get up, and right now we are getting below. We closed below the 50 moving average on the weekly chart. Right now the 50 moving average is a little bit up here around 32,280 or something like that, 32,259 up there, and that line is very important. This is the daily line, so we're gonna keep that. 31,000 it's right now moved a little bit. 31,300. What was that? That was the 4-hourly close. Yes, that was the 4-hour close. We didn't want to get below that level, right? We didn't want to get below that level because we said if you go below that level, if you break the, you know, make lower low, you know, we might actually continue going down. Fortunately for us, you know, we made higher low. There is still this some kind of a channel going on, but you know, maybe I was drawing the triangle like this, but maybe triangle should be drawn something like this. So there is still time left to actually get out of this triangle. We're gonna see this how this triangle is actually playing out. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of triangle over here. Pretty sure. We're gonna see that. But right now, this level down level, we're gonna remove it because it is you know, 4-hourly level and stuff like that. The 31,000 line, the line that we don't want to get below, we're gonna remove that as well. Let's see what we have right now over here. Let's go back to the daily time frame, and we got, let's remove this one as well. Let's remove 31,000, and we got we gotta adjust that because, you know, the daily moves has to be adjusted. Right now the supports are at 28.4 and 26,000, so these two are very, you know, the supports are moving all the time, right? Because this is diagonal line. So right down here and here, 26 and 28.4, those are two big supports that are holding. And of course right now at what's that, this is at right now 31,000. That's where these three well, can you bad programmer 31,000, 28, 4 and 26, those are the three big supports on the downside that we you know, that might actually give us some kind of support that we might actually bounce off over here, you know, and this daily support that we are still above. We're gonna see here if this daily support is gonna get rejected, because right now we are above the daily support, but if we close below it today, if we close below the support today, it's going to be bearish and it might actually continue down. So we're going to see how that plays out. But on the weekly time frame, like we said, we got two new lines. You can see this 32,259 line. It's corresponding really nicely with this 50 moving average. Now this 50 moving average is corresponding with this bottom down here, the support, really nicely. So, you know, we're gonna keep that. So 32,259 is immensely important line to hold. And then you got, of course, the other one up here, but over here it's this one down here. And you know, Binance and Coinbase are a little bit different, you know, but it is corresponding almost the same as the the 10 moving average, the white line. Let me show you this white line. That's the 10 moving average. It corresponds almost like this is 34.7 and the white line is 34.8, so $100 between those two. So it will be acting as a resistance up here at 34,655 if we start getting up there. So we need this line. This line is very important. We need this line. We need to keep this line. It is a resistance line, so if we get some kind of bounce to the upside, you know, that might actually act as a resistance on the upside. What you're gonna notice is that the resistance line up here at 34,600, it is actually above the channel. This is the channel, right? And it is actually above the channel, but it also corresponds nicely to the 50 moving average. So if you do bounce here, get to some kind of channel breakout up here, you know, we might go with the wick, just like previously over here we went out with the wicks, right? Over here we went out not with the wicks but with everything right out here, but we might get out with the wicks up here, out of the channel, go up to the wicks to the 50 moving average and the 34,644, and then get rejected by that. So this 50 moving average together with 34,666, this 10 moving average, weekly 10 moving average, also the support previously on the weekly resistance on the weekly line, it's gonna also be very, very important resistance on the way up. So once we start going up here, if we start going up there, this is gonna be very important resistance to make. So right now what we are actually have done, we have established certain resistances on the way up, right? Especially the most important one. First of all, this is the 32,259, extremely important resistance right now to get back above. If you want to have any kind of bullishness, you know, on the weekly time frame, you gotta get back above the 32,259, because if you get back above 32,259, you are above the 50 moving average, and you are also above the previous support, right? So you know, you neglect that support, you know, you break the support right back up again. It's like support is holding. So if you have any kind of bullishness left, you have to get back above 32,259 this week. If we fail to get above 32,259 this week, that's super bearish signal. That's super bearish. I mean, there's all kind of bearish signals, but this is a super bearish signal. Okay, so these two levels, these two, 32,002 and 34,006, are extremely important. Extremely important a resistance level on the upside, right? This one up here and this one down here. We also got, of course, the channel resistance. So you got let me change color of this one over here. But let's change color to something like green. No, green is not nice. Blue, red, yellow. You cannot see it because there's too much yellow. Yeah, sure, pink. Why not pink? Or whatever this purple. Light purple. Then you got this kind of level of resistance, like channel resistance, and you got 32,259 resistance. You also got the 10 moving average right now hitting us, and 50 moving average. There are also the resistance on the way up, but big kahunas, big fish, those are these three, right? Those are these three. At least the way I see it. The 34,000, the channel, and the 32,000. These are the big ones. And then you got the 20 and the 10 moving average, which will also act as resistance. Especially this 20 moving average is gonna be a big thing to break. So whether we're gonna break it to the downside right now or not, it kind of depends. It depends on you know, if you get rejected by the 10 or the 20 moving average. If you just go up to the 10 moving average and get rejected, we can also fall down, or the 20 moving average, and then we can fall down. I'm not quite sure if we are just gonna start falling down here right away. I mean, we can do that, but some kind of a test on the 32,000, you know, we already got the test up here, you know, but why not second test or something like that on this weekly test up here to 32,000 before we actually go down. So I'm not quite sure that we are actually gonna just start dumping to the downside. That said, we know where the resistance are and what's gonna happen if you go on upside. Now, if you go to the downside, of course, these three levels of support are immensely important right now. And you know, you don't want to break the new low at 31,300. okay, 31,300, you don't want to break that, because if you break that, you know, daily breaking, you know, creating lower low and stuff like that, like it just doesn't look good. Okay, So let's go down to the 4 hourly. There have been some kind of triangle over here. Let's go to this chart over here and try to draw it on this chart over here. And there is, you know, people have been saying that this is some kind of diamond pattern, you know, and try to break up, try to break down. But you know, I said it is some kind of I think it's some kind of triangle. Now I drew the triangle like this over here, and that failed. I think at least it failed. You can see here on the 1 hourly. Let's go to the 1 hourly chart. I think that failed because I drew it something like this over here, right? It looked nice. It looked nice enough, right? And you know, we broke the downside. We went up. We tried to get it back above it. Couldn't. Again above it, you know. But it might be creating some kind of new short-term triangle over here. But I think maybe I you know, I was premature with the triangle, and the triangle should be something like this over here, give or take, right? Give or take. It might be something like this, and then you got this upper triangle, right? So it might be some kind of triangle, you know, where we had a couple of fake outs to both the downside and upside, but it looks nice. It looks nice. So maybe this is the triangle right now. Maybe this triangle, and we are waiting for the breakout out here, up here. You can see here on the small time frames, it is happening something like we went down right now, going in some kind of pennant or something like that. And you know, the move, these are continuation things. These symmetrical triangles are continuation patterns. You know, it might actually just break to the downside. So we're gonna see how that actually plays out. You can see here on the daily chart that we are very close to being very low, very close to that. So what you guys think about this right now? So I wouldn't say right now that we are gonna go right down just because we closed on the weekly below the 50 moving average. Where's the 50 moving average? I won't say just because we closed below the 50 moving. I don't think that, you know, instantly you fall down to certain, you know, levels down here. You know, we might also get some kind of pump, you know, test the resistance, because we broke a very important resistance at 32,000 down here and the 50 moving average. So you know, it is only natural to go up right now, you know, to test these resistances as resistance, or test these supports as resistance. Only by getting rejected by these resistances is that we are going to start going down. Only by the rejection. So I think maybe some move to the upside should happen, but because of this triangle that's forming over here, this pennant, it looks like it might also drop to the downside. Right now below the moving averages, it looks like it's gonna push in us. So I'm leaning more towards the downside to start with, because it is 4 hourly, like, you know, some move down to start with, maybe up, you know. We're gonna see, you know, the week is still long. The week is still 6 days and 16 hours left, you know, so a lot can happen during the week. But I think maybe we're gonna start by going down over here, because we are already below the 10 and 20 moving average on the 4 hourly. On the 1 hourly, we are below all the moving averages right now, and right now I think it's starting to push us down outside of this triangle over here. And this triangle over here, the target for triangle should be something like this over here. I think should be something like this over here. Depends on where you break out. It should be something like 30,007 or something like that down here. If you break to the downside, of course. If you break to the downside, but right now it does look likely that we are going to break to the downside. Now the only thing that actually, you know, can invalidate this, if we manage to get above the moving averages and then break to the upside, of course. That said, how you guys doing? 20 bucks from Sky KC86. Thanks for bucks, man. I appreciate the money as always. Thanks a lot. It's going towards my wife's iPhone 13, because everybody is talking about the iPhone 30, and I want her to have the best iPhone ever. So iPhone 30, the biggest one, the baddest one. So thanks for the bucks, man. Appreciate it. Good morning. Hey, I recently put some money into Qtum. Do you by chance know much about it? I plan on holding for a long run. If you don't know much about it, this is for support for your content. Thanks, man. I appreciate the money. I know zero about Qtum. Qtum zero. I know zero about, you know, most of the coins. If it's not called Bitcoin or Hex or Ethereum or a pregnant butt or or you know, Safe Moon, something like that. I don't know much about it. You know, all these meme coins I know something about, you know, but you know, the real coins I know very little about, unfortunately. Qtum. You know, but $20 is $20, man. $20 is $20. Qtum. Why can't I write Qtum? There you go. Crypto Qtum. I don't know much about it. Technically, I don't know much about it. You know, I'm you know, last time I looked at Qtum was up here. You can see here some kind of moves to the upside. We are looking, you know, trend to upside and how this is gonna go. And right now, you know, it broke to the downside. Unfortunately, broke to the downside. We are down by something like. We are down by something like right now 84%, was down all the way up to 87%. Just so you know, just because something is down 87% doesn't mean it cannot go down another 87%. Just so you know that. It can do that, 87%. You think, nah, man, it cannot go down. Yes, it can. Things can go always down another, and you know, it will be 98% down, but you know, some coins did do 98, 99% down during the bear market. So keep in mind that on the weekly, you know, we just broke the very important support, just like Bitcoin did. As you can see here, very important support broken down here. We got this support down here at what's that? What Qtum actually has this one. Yeah, I'm gonna bet that this is the very good support right now before it actually gets down to the 100 moving average. So this support here at Qtum is also very important. So around 4.9, 4.8, it might actually get some kind of support there to bounce, or even down to here at 100 moving average, at least in the short term, right? The resistance should be here at the resistance should be across the 50 moving average, the first level up here at 5.6 and so forth. But right now the 50 moving average is a very important resistance. Hope that helps, man. Hope you hodl for a long time, because this is gonna take a while to correct. Now back to the Bitcoin, guys. Back to the Bitcoin. You know, guys, anybody giving you $20, you know, support, you know, you gotta do something for them. I feel you, man. I'm mostly into it. Not gay, but $20 is $20. Of course, $20 is $20. Like, you understand? TLR, when Lambo, not today, not this week. Maybe this week a little bit Lambo, not that much Lambo, but little Lambo might happen this week. Let's see over here what other people saying. I'm screaming dollar from 1 week now. Okay, let's check the day. You know, Nihal, we're gonna check. By the way, Nihal, I saw you rejoined the TA fans club. Thanks for that, man. Appreciate the support. Enjoy the green name again. You noticed as soon as you lost the green name, everybody was like, dude, this guy is not the green name. This guy is not longer a green member. What's happening? What's up? Did he lose his power? But you did not lose your power. You got it back. I worked in AI and data science before, so I know Python for development. Django had Element, a bit of CSS for web page. Probably be using some of that in TA in the future bear market. Hey man, if you like Python, you know Python is really good with with AI and stuff like that. I've heard. You know, so you might maybe try to program, and you know, some tech analysis. So you might wanna combine those two things. You know, AI, Python, and trading, and it's make some kind of trading bot based on AI. And see how you do that. You know, if that's your where interested, you can combine those three things. You got everything in there right now. Right now, I'm just doing JavaScript because I want to make games. At least I want to play like I want to make games. Some kind of snake games or tic-tac-toe. Tetris. It's just fun, man. I'm too old to learning to code. Bigger like 3D games or stuff like AAA plus games or whatever, but some playing around is always nice. But if you do make a bot with Python and I want to know about it. Okay. Yeah, guys, we broke the inverse head and shoulders to the upside. Technically, we didn't break. Nihal, we did not break it to the upside on the weekly time frame. Let's see the daily time frame. We did not break it. We did not break it yet, guys. We did not break it yet. Nihal, here's the lesson for you. Okay, so watch out now. Watch out. This is the week. This is the new week. Did this open? I think this is open. This is live, right? Yeah, market is open. So this is the new week, right? This is new week. That means the week is not closed. So what can happen here is that we go up right now and just get, you know, at the end of the week, we just close down here. What's gonna happen? You're just gonna have a big wick here. The wicks do not matter. The wicks don't matter. The wicks matter zero. You want to have a close above the neckline, and right now we are not having close on the daily or on the weekly time frame. You can see here this is the daily. Even the daily has not closed yet, so you have to wait at least until tomorrow to have the close above it. Then you have need another day to see, you know, you just don't fall below it back again. So you need at least 2 days for some kind of a decent confirmation that we are breaking the neckline. And on the weekly, you technically need 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks. You don't want to just get back above like. So you need like 12 days for some kind of a decent confirmation. But you know, confirmations, by the time you get confirmation and stuff, you know, it's already finished. So it is already right now breaking towards the upside, but this doesn't mean anything right now because it's just way too early to call anything right now. Even though it looks like it's breaking the neckline, it does not mean that neckline is gonna be broken. It does not mean. That's why a lot of people fail in trading. You know, they see some kind of breakout and they react to the breakout. Oh, we're going up, they start buying in. You know, but what's happened during the day or during the week, like you just close below it again. Why? Because it's not close. It's not a confirmation of a close or anything. Like you gotta have the close. The close is important. Lambo after 10 years. Wow, I get a 2. Yeah, 2 months. The guys with the you know, green name and the number 2 have been you know, supporters for 2 months. They've been in the TFNs club for 2 months. They're the big league. They're the big league. My trend line is below near the head center. I don't know what you said there, man. Every game is available on GitHub, so don't say you're learning, you just copy paste it. I'm actually learning because I do understand that every game is available on GitHub, every possible game, but you know, I find it you know, fun to actually figure out how I'm gonna make it. Now the way I make the games is totally opposite of for every normal you know, every normal programmer is doing, you know, but you know, it's my logic. It works, it does the thing, you know, the snake goes around, picks up the apple, you know, it grows and stuff like that, you know. It's not the way to do it, but you know, the game's working, you know, and I find interesting actually figuring out the logic behind how to you know, make the game. But I'm not learning to be like you know, a full-time programmer or whatever, and you know, get a job, you know, at the programmer or whatever, you know. It's just fun. So if dollar is breaking up, then Bitcoin must have been sinking this week. Unless dollar rolls over, then Bitcoin will bounce back. Yeah, well, people are saying that's inversely correlated. Whether it is actually inversely correlated or not, it kind of depends, but you know. We're gonna see that. Isn't that bear flag on the Bitcoin on 4-hourly chart? Let's see that 4-hourly chart, bear flag. Bear flags don't go, they don't go. Maybe it's some kind of a, right now that I'm looking at, maybe it's some kind of a falling wedge, maybe. You guys think it's falling wedge? Down to 37 or something like that. Maybe some kind of falling. But you know, bear flag goes like this, you know. They go like that. That's a bear flag. Because somebody is saying that, you know, bear flag is something like this. But bear flag is not, you know, it doesn't go down. I want to have some audio talk with you with respect to bear market, since you survived one bear market. Just a small talk about the behaviors of alts and other stuff. You know, the alts are just bleeding all the way down, man. The alts are just bleeding all the way down. All the time. you know, there is nothing positive about it. You know, everybody having hopium, everybody's buying, but nobody knows when the bottom kicks in, you know, and even in the bottom, you know, also doing nothing. But yeah, right now, I think this is what we should be looking at right now. The triangle over here, and see if it breaks the upside or downside. It looks like it's gonna break the downside. I would say, you know, the first these two levels, 31.3 and what's that over here, especially this one down here, 31, yeah, 31.38, 38, 31.30. If we break these levels down here, I'm pretty confident that we'll reach 30,007 or something like that down here. I'm pretty confident we'll reach this level, and if we reach this level, then, you know, we might have more downside. We're gonna see how that works out. Sky Keys KC 86, 10 bucks. Only takes a second to hit the thumbs up or hit the thumbs down if you are a miserable person. Thanks, man, appreciate it. Guys, hit the like button. Heard the Sky KC said. You heard the Sky KC. By the way, Sky, join the TA fans club. You get a very nice green name. You become the part of the crew. You know, it costs less than the donation. And you know, you get all these nice emojis and not emojis, but emotes. No, it's emoji, it's not emoji. Yeah, these nice things that you can post, you know, these nice stickers, you know. But thanks for the support, man. Good morning, TLA. Hello, Greens and the gang. And do what the man said, hit the like button. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Welcome to the charts. Welcome to the charts. That should be my intro from now on. Welcome to the charts. So we're gonna see that. But yeah, the weekly close definitely is butting us really hard in the backside. Let's see over here. Let's see what the Bitcoin CME futures is doing, guys. Let's check out Bitcoin CME futures. And Bitcoin CME futures, here you guys see that Bitcoin CME futures actually closed above the 50 moving average. Now, unfortunately, when you close above a 50 moving average and 50 moving average or moving average is going this fast up, you open below it, which is actually a bearish sign. This is actually a bearish sign. And we also closed below, this is the weekly, we also closed below all of the supports. We closed below all of the supports. So however you look at it, this over here is a very bearish, very bearish close on CME futures. Let's see how the daily is looking right now. CME futures, it looks like it went down through that right now. It looks like it's gonna push down. So it might do something like, you know, I don't think there's gonna be big dump, but it might be some kind of dump over here, and then we might bounce off. Once we start getting dump here, we're gonna have live stream, guys. Don't trade for a week till we establish a range, because he only replies to money and the greens. TLA, what indicates the low volume? Okay, because he only replies to money and the greens. Giving some like people. Why do you have 30? Oh, why do you have 36? Like, what's going on? Because he only replies to money and the greens. Yeah, well, if you donate or if you're a green name, you can be sure I'm gonna reply, man. You're gonna be sure I'm gonna reply. So that's one way to get my attention. Be a green name. Be a green name. Or the money, you know. Who doesn't like money? But I'll reply to you, man. Patrick, TLI, what indicates the low volume? What indicates the low volume? When the volume is dying, let's see over here, maybe here, this is indicating low volume. You cannot just say like this is big volume, this is low volume or whatever. The only thing we can see volume is you gotta look at the part of the chart. Doesn't matter what kind of part you look over here. Over here you can see that the move to downside, like that's over here. So this would be a low volume for this part. This would be high volume. This is a high volume. This is low volume, right? So we don't know actually, like there is no like limit to what's high and what's low. So you gotta look at the part of the chart and say like you know, you gotta see if it is going the volume is going up or going down, you know, and you know, or it's going being stable. So you know, there is a lot of volume, there is little volume. This is little volume. Also, if you look at you know, overall it keeps steadily like up here, right over here. Then you got to go to the weekly time frame. You can see here, you know, volumes going down, volumes going up, volumes going down. Right now it's low volume compared to these levels up here, you know, so volume is falling, but there is no like criteria for what's high or low volume. We only have to look at like what's the volume in the range and how it's actually moving. Can you explain capitulation, what you think about it? I don't know. I think capitulation is when everybody says like, oh fuck, F this, you know. I think that's when people just give up hope. Like right now there is too much hope left, people haven't given up, and I think that's gonna come if you break the 20k, guys. I think that's gonna come if you break the 20k. I think capitulation is below 20k. Because however you look at it, everybody is still gonna be hopeful down here at 26,000, 25,000, sorry, 28,000, 26,000, even down 24 and 20,000 people are still gonna hopeful here. So I think only if we get down to 20,000 and we break 20,000 downside, I think that's gonna be capitulation phase, because that's when people actually lose hope. And when you start going down here, and you know, everybody's also looking at some kind of support here at 15 or something levels, you know, it might actually get there or not, but you know, once we get up down here below 20k, that's when I think people are gonna lose hope, because everybody's like, hey man, it went below the previous all-time high, like yeah, you know, and that's when actually capitulation comes in, and then you know, the price actually continues going makes a low and then starts rallying towards the upside. But as long as people are having hope, there is no capitulation, guys. Not true, he replied to me while I was green. I do reply to the other people, you know, but I reply to everything. Like, there are not that many green names, you know. At one point when there is only green names left in the chat, you know, and then you can say that. Where should I go long, sir? Okay, thanks. Where should you go long? Let's see over here. Right now, it's not time to go long because of the 4 hourly, right? The 4 hourly. Right now, it's not time to go long because this triangle looks actually quite bad. This triangle looks bad over here, right? Now, if the triangle breaks to the upside, you know, it might actually be time to, you know, consider some kind of long or something like that. But it's not time to go long. Right now, the time is to actually just watch what's happening up here. Let me just remove the line. If you break the downside, you know, this channel line, that you know, you go long on the support. So these three lines, these three numbers right now today, these three lines, right? These three lines, those are levels where you go to support. But if you break the support, you know, you get out. Break the support, you get out. Break the support, you get out. But as long as we, you know, bounce off the support, hit the support and find some kind of, you know, support there is always chance to go, you know, go long. You hit the support, you go long. Up here, you can see here, stuff like that, right? But you know, it can just break the support. But if it breaks support, you get out. You get out, right? So these are the places where I would go long on 26, 28, 4 or something like that. This is very risky right now because it looks like it's gonna push it below there. But definitely at 28, 4 or 26, something like that. It depends. Once you start going down here, it has to find some kind of support. But as soon as it finds support, this is time to long over here, right? Same here. This is time to long. True, if it breaks 20k, it will break my spirit. Below previous cycle all-time high has never happened, so this will never happen. Of course it will happen, Devil. What you, because you are, I explained this, I've explained this before. I can explain it again, no problem. Look at this, man. I'm gonna show you. So reason we never broke the previous all-time high. Let's remove these moving averages. So what people are looking at this previous all-time, you know, this is all-time high, this is the bottom, right? And then it goes up from here. This is previous all-time high, this is the bottom, right? It never come even close. So people are saying like, yeah, it cannot go down there because, you know, that's previous all-time high. So usually it's just gonna do something like this, right? Well, here's the thing. It did not go down there because the 200 moving average never got there. 200 moving average. You can see here that it got support on 200 moving average. Even here it got support on 200 moving average. But right now the 200 moving average is below the all-time high. So it technically, we can go down to the 200 moving average. Depends on where the 200 moving average is gonna be, right? Eventually, we can go down to 200 moving average and find support. So whether we are gonna actually, whether that's gonna be or down here or right down here, or how it is gonna play out, technically 200 moving average is below the all-time high, and technically we can go below all-time high because the 200 moving average is showing us where the support is, right? Where the bottom is, right? So the bottom right now is at 13,600 or something like that. Till I know it can't happen, I wanna bet with you, let's say 5 BTC. You're pretty confident, man. I'm not that confident. I'm sorry, I'm not that confident. I think the bull market is over for now. Welcome to the party. You say we are in 20k channel, so that's why I react. We established a strong base with volume at 30.31. The only zone where we have a strong range with some intensity is around 5.11, so you know where we are going. Nihal, you are looking at you know, very low levels, very low. You should be working for JP Morgan. But the price theoretically shouldn't go below 200k weekly, so it is safe as best to call button. Theoretically, what does theoretically mean? Like if Bitcoin dies or something like that, it can go below 200. But you have to understand that where would institutions like to buy? This is extended from the you know, this is extension from the 200 moving average, extension from the 200 moving average. You know, nobody wants to buy you know, extensions. Nobody wants to buy. Everybody wants the price to come back down to some kind of real value of Bitcoin, and the 200 moving average is some kind of real value of Bitcoin, right? So it is rising, it is going sideways, but everybody wants to buy down here, not down up here. Like, you are extended from the 200 moving average. Let's see my indicator down here. Let's look at SPO. This is the 10 moving average. Let's see the 200 moving average. It just looks like a small bump on the way to heaven, you know. Tap, and then wow, yeah, it's definitely gonna be that. It's definitely gonna be that, right? 200 moving average, right? Extensions. It's in ballpark area right now. So we still got some room to go to, you know, correct it to the downside, get back to 200 moving average. Unfortunately. But it is a slow move to the downside. It's a slow move to the downside. Just joined TLI content. Man, why didn't you pop up in the on the chat? Usually when people join, by the way, Sky KC, welcome to the TFN Club. Enjoy the green name, enjoy the emojis. Nice that you joined. Thanks for the support. By the way, I don't know, usually when people join TA Fans Club, you know, it pops up a message. Now it did not pop up. Maybe just late. Maybe it's just late. I don't know. Can you imagine being able to buy Bitcoin 30k? One can only wait and hope. I mean, if prices goes down to 200k, it would be fire sale for some people. Yeah, for some people it would be fire safe, because, but you know, when price is going down, people get, you know, discouraged and stuff like that. Because I remember when price went down to 4k, right? When price went down to 4k on Bitcoin, even though it was very cheap, even though Bitcoin was where was it, over here? It went down to 4k. I remember very nicely down here, right? Even if it was down here at you know, 4k. People are still talking about, you know, cheaper price. No, we can get it cheaper. We can get it to 1,000, 2,000. No, we're gonna buy down here. We're not gonna buy up here. We're gonna buy down here. You know, people are still saying about lower numbers. People still feel that this is gonna, you know, come here to resistance and break the downside anytime now, right? And you know, people are still talking about some kind of you know, 2,000 numbers down here. You know, we can get it cheaper, and if you get to 2,000, that's gonna definitely be better price. You know. So it doesn't matter how low. If we had gotten down to like 1,000, 2,000, people said we can get it under 1,000. It's gonna happen, and then it's gonna bounce up, because people only look what's happening right now, and they are feeling what the market is telling them. And usually it's always like it can go lower. You know, when you are in bearish sentiment, it just doesn't stop suddenly. The bearish sentiment, you know, continues for a while. Over here was especially a lot of there was a lot of bearishness down here, you know. People, now I knew it was gonna go up because all the signs, you know, technical analysis signs were going up, but a lot of people have been talking about, no, we're gonna go lower here, we're gonna go, we're gonna, right now, we're gonna break the 31,000 and we're gonna go lower below 30, you know, that's where we're gonna buy. But you know, doesn't matter how low it goes, it can technically, it can always go lower, and people always have this bearish sentiment going on. I mean, yeah, BTC was 18,000 in 2019. What are we talking about? BTC was 1,800 in 2019. When was that, man? It was 3,000 2019. It was 3,009 here during Corona dump, but that's that. I don't know what you're talking about. What kind of BTC are you talking about? Definitely discouraging. Hate waking up early for work, but at least I can catch these streams, lol. Well, my outlook for work has crashed. Maybe it's a sign. Highlighter, can you do TA on the DXY? We did the DXY. We checked the DXY. And, you know, we are looking at this inverse head and shoulders. It's not much, you know, but, you know, these things are very slow. You don't have to do TA on DXY every day. What's happening day to day. Look at it weekly time frame, you know, once a week, check it out how it's looking and stuff like that. Right now, it's breaking to the upside. We are breaking this inverse head and shoulders, but, you know, we're going to wait until next week, next Monday, and then we're going to see what's actually happening. Do you work for any company? No, I don't. I'm self-employed. No, I actually work for my wife. Oh, sorry, I was late. 23rd 9, 2019. What? Let's use this chart over here. Maybe on the chart you're looking at. What exchange? This is Bitfinex exchange. That is Coinbase, the Binance. What kind of exchange? 23rd September. Yeah, I got it. Over there, the lowest over here was actually at 8,110. So I don't know. Binance, man. It should be over here, 23rd September. 7,008. So I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, you know, but it's not that low. It's not 1,800. You know, some I think maybe you can check the graph. You know, it does happen. The graph, it did happen. Let me see the graph. Here we go. The graph. You can see over here. I mean, it can happen. Some of these, you know, dumps over here. You can see. You can see this big, this is the graph. You can see this big wick down, you know, when somebody sells a lot and you go down to, for example, some kind of 0.84 down here from 1.7, 50% down suddenly because he, you know, sells all entire order. This can happen on some exchanges where there is low volume, low liquidity, right? Low volume on some exchanges, that you get these wicks to the downside, big wicks to the downside. Even on Bitcoin, it can happen on you know, shitty exchanges because of the low volume. These things can happen. Usually don't, and these things are actually outliers, and you cannot say that, you know, the price was down at 1,800 or whatever. Why work for JP Morgan? Why can I work for TLI? Come on, hire me. It's a one-man show, man. It's a one-man show. And unfortunately, it's a one-man show. But I know, like, I think, you know, Crypto Jab, he has like 7-8 people working for him, so maybe you should apply there. I think he's hiring just about everybody. Until we knew it went up 60k lol. George might be looking at something else. Yeah, he's probably sporty channel, but he didn't like. Tila does these videos every single day and he get almost no pay from YouTube. Michael. Yeah, YouTube pay is right now very bad, but you know, there are other things, but YouTube pay is bad. It was a week yesterday, yeah. Or BTC, oh yeah, BUSD, BTC, BUSD, yeah, on BUSD, of course, shitty volume, you see here, yeah, but you cannot say that this was some kind of, it's BUSD, that's why I'm saying this. Sometimes, guys, here's a pro tip for you guys. If you want to get some kind of you know, low low buys in, you know, you set some kind of retard numbers down here, buy some kind of, because there are a lot of stupid people, you have to understand, that are trading. They don't understand, you know, that you should not press, you know, market buy, market sell button when you have like couple of million to sell and buy. They don't understand the difference why people are using Tether instead of BUSD, because in Tether the volume is like 2 billion, while in BUSD it's like 2 million or something like that, right? So when you try to sell 2 million, you just clear up entire order books. So if you want to get some kind of low level, you know, low buy-ins, something like over here, you know, this went down to 3007 actually over here, but down here it went down to 3005. You know, it does happen from time to time, you know, maybe you're gonna wait a year or something like that, but you put your buys very low, like over here, right? Now it's gonna get a dump. You put your buys like very low, something like 15,000 here, or on some exchanges where, or some pairs like BUSD or USDC or whatever, where the volume is really low, and when, you know, when people then don't know how the exchanges work, that they press the market sell button, you get these big wicks here. You know, it pumps your bags, you know, and right now you bought Bitcoin at 15,000 when everybody's buying here at 28, 29,000. So, you know, having some kind of retarded low numbers on pairs with low volume can work sometimes it can. You can see this wick down here at went all the way down 28, but I don't know if this is normal. Yeah, it probably were down here at 28, but this one went down at 28.8, while normal went down at what's that, 28.9. okay, $100 difference, you know. But it can happen, you know, that somebody just sells a S-load amount of Bitcoin, you know, because whatever, Mark sells on an exchange where the volume is low and they don't understand how these things with the market buy and sells, you know, and then you get these wicks. BUSD, don't trade on BUSD, the volume is so shitty that it's insane. Will BTC go down 10-20 millions in the next decade as people are talking? I don't know, man, I don't know. I'm not sorry, I was watching weekly chart on Binance app. Sorry if I mistake. It's cool, man. I can just explain to you guys. It's cool, but you know, I know people that got Ethereum for very low, where is Ethereum? The Ethereum was wicking down. I don't know. I think it might be some coin Ethereum. USD. Maybe it was Coinbase chart or something like that. I don't remember. You can see here this big wick down here. You know, Coinbase chart. Somebody market sold, right? So if you had some kind of a buys at like 20k, 20 down here from 230, like you would have gotten your order filled. But you would have to have some kind of buy, you know, limit buy here on Coinbase, you know, on Coinbase, because whoever did this over here on Coinbase, whoever market sold, some big whale, you know, figure out I want to get out now at the top, you know, and they don't, you know, the price is going up and they have a lot of money on Coinbase and they don't understand how things are working. You know, Coinbase is a lot of normies, so I'm just gonna sell my 50 million right now for 330, and then they sell it actually for 20 bucks. That's why, you know, hedge funds, you know, they cannot press market sell and market buy. They slowly sell off, right? But you know, some people just press the market buy, market sell button, and you know, it happens all the time. It happens, you know, it happens on the graph, on the Ethereum, on Bitcoin. It doesn't happen that often, but sometimes it can be very nice, you know, and you can get in on those. But it also happened here. I don't know at which exchange, it 2018 or 19 or something like that, that the Ethereum like dropped really heavy, and you know, people got in. Have you seen the Tomo graph, bro? It's been strong despite this bearish move from the BTC part. No, I haven't seen. There are a lot of graphs. I'm not watching everything. Let's see for last time how the Bitcoin is doing right now. Oh, look at the dump, guys. Look at the dump. The dumpage is happening, guys. The dumpage is happening. Let's over here. I'm gonna keep. Oh, guys, we dropped out of the triangle on the downside. Now, guys, you can see the drop here. The drop here happened out of the triangle to the downside. The first level of support is holding. You can see here we are holding the first level of support. Still 2 hours and 45 minutes left, but you know, the first level is holding and the second level. So if you break these two levels on the downside, it's gonna be bad, guys. It's gonna be bad. We expected this, yeah. We were looking this, you know, this moving average. So let's see on the 1 hourly how this looks actually. The 1 hourly still got 45 minutes left. So, you know, we only went down to the support. This can always wick back into the triangle on the 1 hourly. So it is starting to drop down. Maybe it's starting to drop down. Maybe it's, or maybe we just drew the triangle totally off the books, you know, and maybe something like this, you know, maybe something like this. Give or take. It's always give and take these guys. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Keep on watching the triangle, keep on watching the breakout, keep on watching if you fall below 31,300 level. If you watch fall below down here and close below down here, that's the important thing. Splitting Cobra, Sasha, that's a really good point. Inflation is a real tax. Yeah, inflation is the worst. That's why everybody, you know, that got any kind of decent money, they put money that's just gaining like 2-3% every year, just so they can, you know, get away from the inflation. Anyways, guys, that's it. Come back tomorrow 9:30 Central European Time on the dollar. Every single day we do this show, every single day, because it's important to know what's gonna happen. Now, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button on the way out, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications for tomorrow's video whenever I go live. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Where's the outro? And where's my stop button, guys? Where's the stop button? Sky KC, the new member, the green member.
The latest doctor, he's growing pneumonia.
Coffee.
His lines are insane.
It's my dog.
He's your crack and dopamine dealer. The latest doctor, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need. He's your vitamins and painkiller. The latest doctor, he's growing pneumonia. His lines are insane. He's your crack and dopamine dealer. The latest doctor, the crypto doctor. Got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller, killer.
Guys, literally everything is rent. Anyways, guys, bye bye. I'm gonna go do some JavaScript. See you around, guys.